Okay, update on the Cushman project. We do have some batteries in it. Not the final ones, but should be enough to test it. We used an extra 12 to power up the 12. As you can see, we got the motor out. So using the batteries, we were able to check a bunch of things. First thing we found was the key switch. There wasn't working. We were able to fix that. So that started turning things on. These contactors, this is the main contactor over here, motor controller, and these contactors here are the forward and reverse contactors. All that seems to be working. Back here is the throttle, basically, potentiometer. We're not totally sure on that. That may be working, may not be working. In any case, we do have replacement throttle, replacement motor controller if we need them. I already got those parts in. And the motor. We got it out without breaking any bolts. Came apart reasonably easy. As you can see, this thing is a rust bucket. Holes. It's got holes that's rusted in it. This is thick steel plate and it's totally rusted out. But anyway, before we address any of that rust, we gotta make sure we got a motor that works. So to get this motor out, we took the springs and shocks out of the back. Let this rear subframe go down. Jacked up the back with our trusty 1950s bumper jack. And here's the parts for our motor. It's the end cap, cleaned and painted. Main body, cleaned and painted. Armature, cleaned. Brushes, contacts cleaned up with the 400 grit sandpaper. Painted our vent ring, trim ring. So the problem with this motor was the brushes. There's the brush that came out, falling to pieces. Everything was pretty rusted. We broke off studs getting stuff out. So here's the original brush kit. 2 brushes, 2 screws, insulator that went onto that went through this plastic piece, that had this rubber piece, that had this plastic piece, and then washers and nuts. I'm not including the washers and nuts, but 9 pieces. Those parts are unobtainable easily. What is obtainable easily is a newer generation motor that went into a Yamaha golf cart. And those 9 pieces are replaced by 3 pieces. And here's what we came up with to make that into something that fits our motor. Took this piece here, cut this chunk out of it using hacksaw. Cut this in half using a hacksaw. That makes this. Our washer on the inside, stud coming out. So it's our brush holder. So a little bit extra work to adapt that, but this brush kit was only $40. And this is, well, I found the brushes, they would have been just the brushes over 100. Couldn't find the wires, posts, insulator kit anywhere. So we've got to adapt. This is going to work great. We'll get our motor put back together now. And hopefully the next update will be some wheels spinning. Thanks everyone.